Hello everyone, it's Brian, and welcome back to Skyrim Survival Legendary, the game where the cat has 9 lives. We are here in Ron Vague's Fast/Feast at level 43. Now we have 1 fewer lives remaining, as you may recall from last episode. How could you not recall it? But we're here doing this Fast/Feast thing, which is somewhere we kind of got driven off from here, ages and ages ago when Kitty was a little tiny kitten. In fact, kind of right before the first kitty ever died. I think we were on kitty number 1 when we first ran away from the ghosts out here. So now we're here back to finish it off, and I think that this was actually the quest that was given to me by the companions, Remember the companions? Oh, right, the companions. So, anyway, we're down here. We're looking around. Found somebody's laboratory or prison. Sild the Warlock. Hi, Sild. What would you think of being on fire and poked with arrows? All right, well, that was short work of... Yes, and sure enough, return to Farkas. Wow. So it's been a while. But we will check out what is in the laboratory down here. But I think we have finished off the feast. It is extra helpful to have it's like 2 different things that do 2 different doors that go one same place. Maybe that has to do with maybe if he had had time, he would have trapped me in or something. But I got him from a distance. Here's his narrative. Oh, people fall into his trap, and he loots them and takes their stuff. All right, I am not going to take that unusual gem because that is a ridiculous, silly quest. I don't want to have it stuck in my inventory. Ooh, I got a free little skill up from that. Here's his little pit of despair. Ooh, lockpicking is getting me close to a level up here. So we will happily pick the doors on all these cells with dead things in them. How many lockpicks does it take to get to level 44? Didn't quite do it. But I bet the very next, not the next lock we pick, but the next anything that gives us a skill up. There's another one. Man, we are so close. About 1 or 2 more lock picks. I guess it depends on how hard the lock picks are. Let's make sure we're going the right way to get out of here. Oh, 1 more little ghosty poo. Ha-huh. Got a little wooden door. Oh, got an iron door. Oh, still not enough. Oh, maybe we can pick a lock on a chest. No, just a regular chest. Loot. And we're back out in Skyrim. But where in Skyrim are we? This does not appear to be where Horsey... This is not where we left Horsey. So we're nearby, but not exactly nearby. I sort of now regret jumping down from that platform. I jump back up. I want back in. All right, we'll have to do it the hard way. Running around outdoors. It's usually faster if you can get back home indoors. All right, here we are, and there was a dragon up here, flying over the mountain. We are gonna go check the situation out. Wouldn't mind bagging a dragon. Apparently something that isn't a dragon is up here. What's that? It didn't look like a ghost, but it... some kind of a skeleton, a mere skeleton that casts ice cookies at me. That doesn't take a lot of damage, but does do a lot of damage. That is unusual skeleton. I think of skeletons as sort of, you know, one shot, one kill types of enemies. But we will evacuate. Do a little healing. Alright, we are back in approaching stealthiness. Yes, he partially got the jump on me because he saw me before I saw him. I guess that is normally how you get the jump on someone in these sorts of situations, but it also meant I didn't have stealth when I was shooting at him. Let's see if a stealth arrow is more useful in taking him down. Some more useful. There we go. Well, that was a lot better than the previous time. Now he sees us, but let's go down here and heal. Don't have a lot of mana. Hello, skeleton. Oh, more ice dookies. Alright, and he is down, and here are some free replacement glass arrows. Alright, so hopefully no more of that silliness. Let us find our way up here. I'm seeing... I don't actually see the dragon anymore, but I'm seeing this... see the symbol up on the compass there for like a mountain pass. I bet the dragon. So you can see, and yeah, I can see the little dragon head, dragon lair head. South Cold Rock Pass. All right, this is probably. I don't think the dragon is in South Cold Rock Pass or Cold Rock, merely called plain Cold Rock Pass, but I think this is the way to where the dragon is. Here we are. And looks like a frost troll. Pound him down. Remember when frost trolls used to be hard and all regenerate-y? Well, not so much anymore. And I think I heard the killed everything in the level sound being made, so we can just run around and loot all the good stuff and then head down the path to Skyrim. North Cold Rock Pass. All right. And I think I heard a roar of dragoniness. All right, so there's the dragon. Oh, yeah, I see a dragon, and then there's the dragon head. And that's one of the reasons I want to come kill the dragon, not just for general hatred of dragons, but the fact that the dragon head implies a word wall. Some Thoomy McThoom face waiting for us up here. So let's just try to get at least one stealth shot. Now, irritatingly, it's cold. So we're going to have to see what we can do without getting too cold, because, of course, coldness eats chunks of our health bar. Looks like dragon is definitely engaged with somebody else. That's good, because that means we don't have to get shot at by the dragon. Follow the little red dot. There he is up there. Good. Dragon not looking at Kitty. Not sure Kitty's actually hit Mr. Dragon yet. It's just a range, so we don't need as much magic resistance. We need, I'm gonna guess, frost and fire resistance, just because of the weather outdoors. I'm thinking frost. I think I saw him actually use frost breath, so yes, there it is, frost breath. So we are ready for frost. All right, that is a dragon, not an elder, ancient, or whatever, revered dragon, all those other little levels of dragons. There's a plain old dragon, which is interesting. Haven't had one of those. I don't know how we earned a mere dragon, but we have a mere dragon here. Now it takes a lot of arrows when you're just not getting sneak attacks on it, which for some reason I didn't see myself get credited for any sneak attacks. Looks like there's a frost troll up there, which so far is perfectly fine with me to let the frost troll eat all the frost breath. And I'll be his little off-screen ally here and funny thing is the Frost Troll, I don't think, can actually do very much to the dragon when it's up in the air, you know, flying around and going in circles. It just, so it's not running away. You know, it was a smarter Trolly McTrollface, he would run away. So far, I don't see any need to actually shoot at that troll. So that would just make me have to manually fight the dragon, which normally shouldn't be a problem. But when I've lost nearly half my health bar to cold, the freezing cold, and that's not good. I seem to be fully hidden. We're just playing dragon fighting music. Comes, doesn't see me, but there's this about half my firing arc is covered by the giant top half of the mountain. Oh, couldn't quite get it. Now he got a sense I'm there when he saw the arrow whiz by. This is going a little more slowly than my level of winter clothing would properly like it to go. But relatively safe so far because nothing is actually manually pounding me. As long as the dragon is distracted by that Frost Troll, it looks like I'm not going to get right on. And not getting great shots at this thing. Okay, fully hidden. Alright, here's what we're going to do. Pretty cold. We're going to go back in the cave. Where was the cave? Cold Rock Pass. I was hoping we would get a little sunshine warm-up in here, but it's not counting it, so we'll go down here. How about back in the feast, back in the fast. Still not warming me up, but here we have a nice fire. So we will sit next to this brazier back in Ron Vague's, one of the few final times we get to call it Ron Vague's fast/feast, and we will go back on our way, back up the stairs, back through Cold Rock, north, south, whatever. And here we are. And the area is indeed frigid here, but now we have a full warmness bar. We have given ourselves away there, stealth-wise. But it looks like we're hidden, so good. Mr. Dragon is still up there with the, well, maybe not. If I had stayed in stealth, that would have worked, but I got out stealth for a minute like a foolish kitty. Alright. Now, dragon, coming to me, or are you going to them? Okay. Good. Fine. Maybe I'm only seen by the Frost Troll. That would be good. That was my first chilliness. I got a hit, though. Dragon, we're about maybe halfway through Dragon's health points, so that's fine. See, I'm a little closer than I was before, risking being attacked by either or both the Frost Troll and the Dragon. Seems like we need to press the issue a little more before we start getting too cold. Alright, the Frost Troll's gone up the hill. Oh, there's Frost Troll. Frost Troll's going back down the hill. Kitty's adapting to developments, being flexible, and there's a good shot at a dragon. 2 good shots at the dragon. 3 good shots at the dragon, and not quite 4 shots at the dragon. Now we're getting somewhere. Now they're back up the hill again, or halfway up the hill. Definitely, Frost Troll doesn't seem very interested in me. So let's head on up here. Okay, so no. Let us heal ourselves. And, alright, Mr. Frost Troll, you've been useful, but I think it is time for you to, first of all, stand between me and the dragon. That's nice. I wonder if Frost Breath even does much damage to him. I don't see him being freezied by that. But I can't really tell. I am very cold. That's better than being freezing. Alright. Thank you for your service, Mr. Frost Troll. Alright, oh, and the dragon doesn't actually see me. That's good. Not a very alert dragon. And so we get to just shoot at him. And that was a dragon in a geometrically improbable position on the staircase. But he is about to give me his soul. Give me your soul. I can make Doomy McDoom face. Yay. Dragon Soul Dance. He does the Dragon Soul Dance. Yay, Dragon Soul absorbed. And then some ridiculously heavy Dragon Bone and Dragon Scales, of which Dragon Bone is much more useful to Kitty for theoretical eventual Dragon Bone arrows. Dragon Scale stuff, I believe that's heavy armor, so I don't think Kitty's going to be all that into heavy armor. And up we go to Thoomy McThoomface Land. Elder's Blood Peak discovered. So this is where the dragon lived and apparently just couldn't stay away from that troll. And what will we get? Learn weapon disarm. Alright, well, maybe that'll be useful. I find that more the thing I desperately don't want the bad guys to do to me. Nothing more irritating than getting disarmed. Okay, we have some inventory control issues. We'll loot this crud, and we are going to go back to our horsey, which is through Cold Whatever Pass, north, south, pole. It's going to warm up here. It actually gave me a little sun. I was so cold that it gave me a sun even in here. All right, that was as much as I could get warm there. That's fine. Here we are back at the campsite at Runvig's Feast. And we are warming up by the fire and sleeping by the bed. We can't get better than drained when we're outdoors. But we are largely okay, and we are back on horsey. And we are ready to head, let's see, we need to head right that way to Whiterun, and I guess we'll go turn that quest in. I just want to put a little blue arrow down for me to have something to follow. Off we go to Whiterun. Now it does occur to me as I saw that little tree passing on my left, that little tree symbol, that's where the very first kitty died. There's a bear in there, and see that bear? I have business with that bear. Kitty has some unfinished business with that bear. So let me find a place to get off this horse. A couple of irritating extra wolves have come. I think they will be a problem, but we are going to deal with them there. These guys are easy to stop them being irritating, and then we can concentrate on there. This is the bear. That's the bear that killed the first kitty, and now Kitty's gonna kill the bear. Just a big fat bear killing kitty fest. Potioning up, healing up, not taking any chances. We were just killing the crap out of this bear. And that is what happens when you're mean to a kitty. We do unfinished business on you. Wow, gold ore vein. That's, I don't have a pickaxe, but that's actually, for some future character that's low level and wants some gold, that's worth remembering that it's right here near whatever that place. What is the bear little place even called? We might have discovered it at the time. Now, where is my horse? That is irritating. Oh, man, do not tell me that this is going to be the very place that the first kitty dies is going to be the place the first horsey dies. That is no good. Where is the horsey? Not leaving till I either find horsey or horsey's body. Oh, there it is. Oh, good, good, good. Yay, horsey. I don't know why you're all over here. I guess there were wolves. Yay, horsey. Horsey's alive. I do actually still need Nern roots, so I'm just kind of collecting them gradually for Ingen Blackbriar when I see them. And here we go to the pine tree that started all our pain. Green Spring Hollow. Alright, what do we got? I'm going to loot it out. Clean the bear stink. Oh, we leveled up right here in Green Spring Hollow. It's funny, a bed you can't use. That is wonderful and fortunate. So I can't use the bed to level up, but we will level up shortly because we are now going directly back to Whiterun. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Do perhaps collect a Nern root if you happen to see a Nern root, because we need some Nern root. That's to 16. We only need 20 for Ingen. I believe is the last of my things. Oh, and the kitty caravan is here. So let us... Oh, we're over encumbered because our potion gave out. All right, so we're going to take our little barter potions and haggling necklaces. And here's something I'm going to be doing some of increasingly, because as I get into the more enchanty phase of the game, I'm going to be buying up grand soul gems from merchants where appropriate. Because, see, now he's got 3,600 gold, because, you know, I had to spend some of that gold to get that. But now he's got actual gold for my treasure, whereas he hardly had any gold before. So this is just one way that Kitty can essentially convert heavy treasure into extremely useful grand soul gems, because in due course we're going to have another Enchanty McChant phase session, and that is going to be important. So, we are back in town to do some town business. We are over encumbered still, but we're going to go back to the house.
Mama, you're home.
Oh, Lucia's home. And wants an allowance. All right, let's, sure. Here's 25 gold, kid. She says thanks. And we're going to offload these bone and scales that are very heavy and we can't use right now. And look how much we have. But we're going to take the ore and silver out of here. We're going to do I was about to do transmuting make mute face, but I forgot we were leveling up to level 24. I'm actually going to take another little chunk of magicka for certain spells we want to be able to maybe cast later on. And let's just look at the situation. We got all the main archery we can get, and we can't get the top archery yet. We could get a steady hand, but that's not as useful. I would love the other critical shot one. Sneak is... we could take the extra... Yeah, we could take the extra... You know, the 5 out of 5 stealthiness if we want to. But I don't know. I don't know yet. So I'm just going to leave that point on account, and we are going to do some transmuty McMute face. And we're going to turn silver into gold, or iron into silver, drop some of the silver right on the bed, and turn some of it into gold. There's some gems that you can only make jewelry with whatever. Here's some Tanny McTan face. We need a whole bunch of leather because we got all these bear pelts, and I guess we might as well make a whole bunch of stupid leather bracers out of them. Just to get eventually are going to want our smithing up, so some more whoever smelter delter, make some little jewelries.
We've got looking to protect yourself or deal some damage.
He has gold to absorb all these bracers. We are just selling these bracers one at a time to get maximum speech upgrade from it. If you sell things one at a time, I've learned you get more credit on speech. Because each transaction just... Which is really kind of almost a bug that it doesn't add up the total value of your transaction. It adds up the value of 1 unit of your transaction. So here we are in our favorite alchemy lady's shop, and she has generated a new set of things that, because we're friends with her and we did her a favor long ago, we are now allowed to pick up for free. So we get a whole bunch of free stuff. We sell her or buy her stuff that we want that's interesting reagents, so that is some fun. By the way, you know, I'm showing a little more of this town stuff than I have been sometimes lately, just because we haven't done town in a while. It seemed kind of fun. But, you know, feel free to tell me in comments if you'd rather have less, you know, you speed through the town a little more, or if there's stuff you're missing about how I'm developing the character, or developing my equipment inventory that you'd like to have me talk about in more detail or whatever. Usually I kind of speed things up in direct or in inverse proportion to how interesting I think it is. You know, if I think it's just kind of boring routine stuff, then I will tend to speed it up. So here we are, about 4 kitties later, Farkas. We have finished the quest, which I guess means I have taken care of the problem. So he's happy, and I don't know, you know, I just kind of remembered, Kitty just remembered the companions even exist, so I'm sort of tempted to go another notch down their quest line here just for fun. I'm not sure companionhood and beast form and stuff is really in Kitty's future, but I'm also curious because this was almost one of the very first, like when I first learned how to play Skyrim, and was not probably playing even on the hard level, let alone any kind of permadeath thing. This was one of the, you know, the first big quest lines I can remember running into, and so I remember doing this at a lower level and blah blah blah. So we'll go at least a little nub down this quest. So Dustman's Cairn, which is actually right out there. We just passed that coming back here. So we will finish up our town.
I got you a present, Mama.
Lucia have a present for us. That's funny. Maybe that's like she came all the way out here to, like, that's the your home thing. Usually she does it in the house, but maybe she never pathfinded to us in time in the house. A couple of disenchants, and then these are just little mini enchants of things where I just did basic enchants with any soul gem that's not at least greater and preferably grand. I'm just going to use to make a few things to, you know, it makes the item that I'm enchanting more valuable, and then it also raises my enchantment level. So I'm making some more health potions, chopping some McChop face because I need to make some arrows.
Hello, the finest weapons.
I'm actually gonna I need some of this malachite. Just gonna buy all her malachite, which, as we know, is the glass material. Because I need to make some glass arrows, so I made about 100 and whatever glass arrows. That was why I was chopping the wood. Here's Elrendir, which we haven't been to as often lately. And I'll go ahead and buy the ebony arrows, which are actually a little bit better than the glass arrows. And so I'll go ahead and actually pay perfectly good money for them, just to have a few slightly better arrows. It's not the best kind of arrows, because above them is Daedric arrows, and above them is Dragonbone arrows. But anyway, the best arrows I have right now, I always just kind of drive to this giant camp and run right through. And the giant usually is fine as long as you don't steal anything or bother a mammoth for too long or whatever. And that makes it easy to drive over here, where we've actually already been before, even though it was locked up and we couldn't do much inside of it, to Dustman's Cairn. And here is Farkas. And I guess I don't have to tell him to join. So Farkas is unfortunately a mandatory companion. Grab the hanging moss. I was hoping I could tell him to just stay here and leave me alone, because it would actually, in many ways, just be less irritating. But it looks like we are going to have to have, and this, you know, this is one of those, it's almost like a quest line that's like it was designed for you to find it kind of early, because they have a lot more little, I don't know, sub little intro things and dialogue. It's like they, you know, polished it special to be an important quest because they knew more people were going to find it sooner. So, unfortunately, though, it has the mandatory companion.
Be careful around the burial stones. I don't want to haul you
comment.
back to your master
Watch
on
out,
your
there'll be
back.
monsters. So, let's just see. Alright, Restless Draugr, not too bad. He's down. Oh, that looks like a Death Lord.
Hey.
Let's try. Well, oh man, I did manage to back out of his voice in time. Alright, see, that is not a lot of... That is not a lot of health being done for Arrow, which is... This is where we see the irritating part. So Farkas, for some reason, is not actually bothering to attack the guy, which I don't know if he's like trying to... Thinks he's somehow maintaining my stealth by not attacking because I'm in stealth. Except now I'm out of stealth mode and he's still not attacking, so who knows why that is. But he's so easy to see for the Death Lord that I wasn't able to stay in stealth. So now there's no stealth and there's a Death Lord. And the only thing Farkas is contributing is, which admittedly is not nothing, is he's standing there for the guy to hit with his axe and splorch blood out of and not actually die or go down or whatever. So, and believe me, if I could do, like I said, I would have left Farkas behind. If I could have just done this kitty, then I would definitely have done it. Because at this point, a companion isn't even really, I mean, I guess it's an advantage in the sense that he's certainly not gonna, the Death Lord is certainly not gonna kill me when he's not even bothering to hit me because Farkas is there. But on the other hand, it is going to be so irritating to not be able to be in stealth a lot of the time, and then of course Farkas comes and tries to stand right next to me, and that brings the monster, and the monster sees me, and then we get to fight the monster without stealth. So there he is, he's seeing me. I think that was actually my fault, not Farkas's fault, but here's a Scourge. Oh, and he's made a thing! He's made a huge frost thing, and he's frosting me. Let's get back here. Hello, Mr. Frostronic. We need to heal real quick. Let's see how tough you are. You are taking damage a lot faster than you were dealing it, and that Draugr has gone off to fight our irritating mandatory companion, so that's fine. Had the transmute spell in one hand, that's why I wasn't healing as fast. Let's just heal the McHeal face. And we will get back there and find out that, sure enough, he has been... Oh, I see, there are two Scourges, and he really hasn't done very much. Alright, so see, this is going to go a long time. I don't like to normally speed up combat, because I feel like combat is kind of normally cool, but when no one's even looking at me, fighting me, or doing anything, then... and I can't be in stealth so that the combat takes forever, then I think we can do a little bit of shooting McShoot face time compression. Alright, so we are finding our way forward through this quest slash room slash thing. Oh look, a little bug just trapped in the web. That was kind of cool. It's one of those touches that you can also tell that probably means this was intended to be an early done, you know, when they take that extra trouble in level design to put a collectible insect in the web and mark it so it's collectible.
Old Norse sacrifice place. Be careful around here. Okay. Let's look for a way to...
Oh, this is the little set piece cut scene, how it all comes back to me. So I think we pull this lever. And sure enough, we're trapped in here. Help! Help the kitty! Help the kitty!
Now look what you gotten yourself into.
Yes, I'm permanently trapped. You can't pull the lever.
What was that?
It's time to die.
Alright, so here come the bad other guys. The non-Draugr bad guys. 2 flavors of bad guys in one amazing dungeon.
Doesn't matter.
Okay, we'll get our crossbow ready. I think this is where Farkas demonstrates the amazing powers of beast form. shape of a massive creature. And here's the part where it looks like Beast Form is going to be awesome, because, like, look, he, like, go whack, whack. Like, I think he does less hits than there are guys that he kills. It is, even better than one shot, one kill, and he hopes he didn't scare us.
It's a blessing.
And now he decides to not use it for the rest of the thing, even though apparently he could just save us a heck of a lot of time by killing all those guys in beast form for us. So here we have some dudes. Silver hands. That's what they're called together. Silver hands, because silver, I guess, is what you kill werewolves with. We will just get out the old staple gun. Staple in the staples. They are irritatingly being a little bit movie-aroundy. Stapled in the new course. Since Farkas is... See, this is what's sort of supposed to happen. Farkas is actually fighting them. So they stay down there, and I can stay in stealth, and that feels like it's working better. But when he does that thing where he just doesn't engage or anything, because when he doesn't engage, then he wants to come stand right next to me, and that brings the guy over, etc., etc., etc. I think I've already complained about this a few times this this episode. This is actually a little more, apart from the Farkas being in the way and saying, "Watch it, sister." Okay, there, down, and we have done the silver hands. We will loot their crud. They've got silver swords that aren't particularly worth very much to do anything with, even though you'd think you could melt it down for a whole hell of a lot of silver. Crypt things to search. Oh, I think that's an actual guy. Actual Draugr. Alright, we're back with Draugrs. So you go through little waves of their silver hands, and there's Draugrs, and sometimes there's Draugrs and silver hands. I'm sure are going to be fighting.
Now you're mine.
But we move our way along.
Get her.
That she's like taking arrows, like, and then those aren't my arrows. Those aren't my, because I'm using bolts. Those are arrows. So she's taking friendly fire from some other silver hand. That's kind of cute. Makes up for the irritation of being stuck here in this corner. Look at all those arrows. I guess they're shooting Farkas. Pooched. Maybe that might have even been death from friendly fire, as far as I can tell. There's the arrow shooter. Let's just take what's here. Bolts back. Back to hidden. That's good. Some criticals. I also feel like, see, when a companion isn't actually in, here I distinguish between the companions and a companion. A capital C companion and just any random jack weasel that's fighting monsters for us, is that when there aren't companions, then the bad guys don't go running all around in circles as much. They're a little bit easier to get shots at. So that's all just kind of a slowy McDown face aspect, but we are just pounding our way through. Here's some more lock picking. Been a bit of a lock picking episode. Find some treasure. Loot some urns. And sure enough, the fight is still going. Oh, that's an arrow shooter. Okay, oh, there's several red dots. Farkas has gone and gotten himself involved in a bunch of crud. That's fine. So Silverhand not interested in looking for me, just trying to shoot it. I guess it's far, but look at all those red dots. Lots of dots. I like the look of all those sarcophagi. Oh, we're back to... Okay, so, man, maybe the Silverhand was actually shooting at some of these Draugr. We might have found ourselves a Draugr on Silverhand kind of fight. I think Farkas is he's still in there. I liked how in... I like how when you have a regular... normal lowercase c companion, then they can actually die. But see, because this is like somehow Farkas's quest, he's set to essential, as the saying goes, as the lingo goes, and so he can't be killed no matter what, which just makes it more irritating because I'd be perfectly happy to leave him here for dead.
Come on.
But because he's not a real lowercase c companion, that means I can't just tell him, you wait here while I go do all the stuff, which you could do with a regular one. So we get the worst of all worlds. We're making some progress. Another big old room, another big old sarcophagus. There's yeah, there's a guy waiting for us. Hello. Ooh, archery 91. Got surprise on him a little bit, but I think he's coming. Oh, and there are more. So we've got some silver hand, silver fingers, silver hands, and Farkas is not engaging. We are back in. Farkas wants to stand right in my face, which of course makes him maximally useful for blocking all of my shots at the bad guys, and also minimally useful for keeping them from finding me in stealth, except that these guys don't seem to be very high level, so they can't see a kitty right, 3 feet in front of their face, shooting crossbow arrows at them, if their lives depended on it, to coin a phrase. Pick a random metaphor and make it a little less metaphorical here. By shooting them with the stable gun. Shooty, McShoot face. We shoot him with the stable gun. There. Alright, so loot their crud. And you can probably tell I'm a little bit irritated with this quest. So we're just speeding it along a little bit, because I suspect it is not. Yeah, that looks like a stepping on things button.
Huh?
Ah, and yet more silver, whoever they are.
Found you.
That's fine. We will
Put you down.
attempt to shoot them, but Farkas will not do his job. Oh yeah, you come stand. You stand on your own trap. That's fine. Doesn't do a lot of damage. But we will do some shootiness.
You can't hide from me.
Good. Speed through some of the staple gun here. None of them are shooting me. I know in theory they could actually get Farkas quote-unquote down, and then he would grovel on the floor, and then they'd all come after me, but I'm certainly doing well enough and killing these guys, killing them faster than they can kill Farkas. Of course, half the time when I shoot him, they stagger, so he's not actually taking all that much damage, and then I shoot them, McShoot face. And end Dustman's Crypt. Does that take us directly to the final battle? Alas, it does not. I was hoping this might be one of those shorter ones, but I think it's one of those longer ones. In fact, right here in the first room, we've got a bad guy. I'm not sure we're gonna make it through this whole quest or this whole dungeon on this episode, but we have at least made it into Dustman's Crypt, which is the second and perhaps final stage. There's still some four red dots, so Everybody's awake up there, even though they theoretically never seen me. Oh, it's a death from above type of room. What do we have? Aha, another guy.
Come on.
Alright, well, we're definitely not finishing here. I think it is time for us to stop. We are at level 44 with 5 lives remaining, 5 dragons killed, and we will see you next time when the cat has 9 lives.